All right, so given y is equal to, let's say, x squared minus 9, we want to find the area under the curve for x greater than or equal to 1, less than or equal to 4. This looks like a hyperbola, and when x is equal to 0, y is equal to negative 9, and this is going to be a smiley face. It's going to go like that, back up this way, and 1 till 4, well, we know this is 3, right? So 4 is slightly to the right there, and 1 is over here. So that means we want to find that area and that area over there. Okay, note that the x-intercept is equal to 3 if we make y equal to 0 for this function. All right. Okay, so for this question here, the first thing is, if we want to find the area underneath the curve, remember we have to find the integral of the original function with respect to x. And what we do is we put our starting value 1 over here and our ending value 4 over here. We integrate it like we would normally integrate this, so nothing special. We take 2 and we plus 1, and then we divide by 2 plus 1, and this just becomes 9x. So in the next line, what we will have is x cubed over 3 minus 9x, and we put this into a square bracket, put 1 at the bottom and 4, so it's matching that on there. Now that I have that, what I do now is I substitute 4 in first. Okay, and when I substitute 4 in, I get 4 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 4. And then I subtract the substitution of 1 in afterwards. And when I substitute 1 in there, I get 1 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 1. And now I'm left with just values. Okay. Now this is the integral from 1 all the way till 4. Let's see what this comes to. We put this on a calculator and let's see what answer it gets. So this comes to negative 6. What we've actually done here is, if I have to just make this a little bigger, what we actually have done here is we've technically found, if I call this area A, all right, so I'm going to call this part here area A and this part here area B. This is area A and this is area B, and this is the sum of A plus B, which is a negative. Okay, it doesn't help with the area because area has to be positive, which means that we had to break this integral into two different parts. We had to break it up and start from 1 until 3, and then after that from 3 until 4, make it into an absolute value, and then only add it up after that. All right, so this is what I mean. What we have here is we're going to integrate x squared minus 9 dot dx from 1 until 3, so we can get area A. And then we want to plus the integral, and this, by the way, would become an absolute value because we want this to be positive, right? We're going to make it into a positive value, and then we're going to add it onto the integral from 3 until 4 of the same function. What changes is that we're going to have x cubed over 3 minus 9x. That stays the same. Put 1 and 3 in there, and this becomes 3 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 1 minus 1 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9. Okay, so just double check that. That's supposed to be 3, because that's 9 times 3. So where does 3 go into x? Twice. Let me put 1 in there twice as well. We end up with that. That's going to be this component over here. We still have to work that one out as well. Once we work this one out, all right, put it on a calculator. Okay, let's see what it comes to. So if I put this on a calculator, it'll come to negative 28 over 3. Negative 28 over 3. And that's basically this first half of the integral, which is the bottom half of the graph. And it's in a negative. Remember, we want the positive of this. So I'm just going to put the absolute value in here anyway. So this is the absolute value, absolute value, absolute value, and then the absolute value of this implies that this is 28 over 3. Now we're going to plus it with exactly the same thing on the other side, but x cubed over 3 minus 9x is starting at 3 and ending at 4. So this is going to end up, let's say we got 4 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 4 minus 3 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 3, like that. All right. And so this ends up next as this. Okay, so 4 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 to the power of 4. All right, let me just rewrite it over here. Basically, 4 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 4 minus 3 to the power of 3 over 3 minus 9 times 3, like that. Putting that on a calculator is going to give me that small area B, because that's what I want. I want that small area B, and then that's going to be basically that. So make sure it's all in order, and calculator work here. Negative 4, negative 9, 3 to the power of 3, 4 to the power of 3 will come to 10 over 3. So this will be plus 10 over 3, which will be that value. This value here is 10. So it's a bit messy, but this comes to 38 over 3. 30 divided, well, it can go into there was 38 divided by 3. 36 divided by 3 is 12. The remainder 2 over 3.67. And that's going to be the area for this. So the area A here is 28 over 3. And area B here is 10 over 3 for that. And then we add it up. And we're done. All right.